Hi folks, welcome. Today we're going to do a live photo shoot filmed from multiple different camera angles and presented to you in real time. And we're going to be doing it all with lovely Johanna and one off-camera flash. And so clicks a lot. You guys, if you've been following for a while, you'd know the series Budgetography. So this is the kit that I got in 2019, the 85mm 1.8D, all decade or more old, used bargain basement equipment that you can create a lot of this stuff at home. So we'll run through a bunch of different techniques and hopefully show you some tips along the way. Now, thanks to KEH Camera, this video is sponsored by them. If you haven't checked them out yet, KEH has the world's largest range of used gear. They check everything, give everything they sell a 6-month warranty, which takes a lot of the pressure off, and then whether you're looking to buy or sell, you can go to them. So check them out, and if you're looking to buy anything, you can use the code MATTG to get an extra 5% off. So, let's start this out. My goal for this video is to get Johanna to do as many impersonations of random things as possible.
There we go.
And to show you a bunch of different options we have with just the one flash without going too deep into expensive modifiers. So we're gonna start off with just a bare old flash. Now, bare flash is obviously going to be extremely hard in terms of the results we can get. When we talk about the hardness of light, we're essentially talking about how bright are the brights and how dark are the shadows. So if you go from perfect white to perfect black, that would be the hardest light conceivable. And what determines the hardness of light is the size of the light source and how it appears to your subject. So a bare flash is very small, it's going to be really hard and harsh. So can I get you to turn your knees to face towards this light? Perfect, and then we'll have torso towards me. Sorry, kind of shoulders. So I'm gonna guess this at about an 1/8 power, and let's just take a look. But before that, let's take a test shot. So the D700, despite being so old, will sync all the way up to like 1/250th of a second. I'm going to start at f5.6, 1/160th, and ISO 100. And let's take a look. This is a nice frame. Oh, such a nice pose, but we're not going to see it. Total black, which is what I want. Now, when I fire the flash, any light that comes into the shot was mine. So I can then work with it to have it where I want and where I don't want, and I know whatever's been added was my own choice. So, let's go again. Okay, so I think that's a little bit too hard. I'm gonna start by dropping it back a stop, back to a 16th. And so this is going to be spilling past her and getting the background. No way around it. I don't mind the result, but if we wanted to actually have it just like her, let's grab this guy. This is, you can just use any piece of paper. I use this one because it packs flat and I can strap it on really nice and easily. This is called a GOBO. Now a GOBO is just short for go between. So this is going to let the light go out this way, but it won't let it go out this way. So by doing that, it's still going to catch her face, but it won't let the light directly hit the wall, which will help us keep the background of the scene nice and dark. Now, where did I have it about? Here?
I think a little bit, yeah.
Perfect. So same settings, just with the GOBO, and you see the background we're getting there. Let's just get that a little bit squarer. Cool. So hard, but directional, so it's kind of, I think it works. But let's get one other bare flash option and pop it about the same distance but behind without knocking over any cameras. Hopefully, no promises. Okay, let's see. And I'll get you to look past Jonathan out to the distance and get the hair off your shoulder for me. Off the far shoulder. Just put it all behind you is good. So we clean up the neckline. Yeah. Chin up slightly. Nice. Turn your shoulders away from me. Yeah. And sling chin slightly to me. Slightly. There you go. Okay, so that's the same hardness of light because it's the same distance from her. Just one was directly lighting her and one is mostly lighting behind her but slightly wrapping around. So, but two hard light results there. So, now let's switch it up and go for a softer result, but still using just the one off-camera flash. So for this, I'm going to get my reflector.
The pancake!
Pancake. She said pancake. For those who don't speak Johanna, I'll translate for you. Apparently this is a giant pancake.
It's a pancake.
And try not to knock anything over. Would you mind holding that for me?
Yes.
So, what I'm going to go for here, first I'm going to stop down to f4. And indoors or outdoors, your biggest challenge with using a reflector is the antics, but also how you hold it in place without an assistant. So these guys are really handy. It's just basically clips. If we were outside, especially today, my God, it's so windy outside. But these will hold it in place for me. And so what I'm essentially doing here is I'm going to bounce the flash off here and then have this size light source be what's lighting Johanna. So we went from this, which is 2 inches by 1 inch essentially, to this whole big circle lighting her, which is going to give us a much softer effect. So I'm going to drop the diffuser panel down so it spreads it right out. And I'm bringing this in, and just imagine that this is actually a softbox. It is what is lighting her. So I'll have you turn your knees to this one for me. And we're going to bounce the flash off this. So, go for half power, let's see. Now I'm just going to step in behind her, get a shot of that, and see what kind of coverage the flash is having on that. Pretty much complete. So, by bouncing that off here, then onto her, this becomes our light source, and that could totally be a wall. If you don't have a reflector, sit your model 4 or 5 or 6 feet from a wall, bounce the light off it, and it turns that wall into a big softbox. So, let's see. I'm not sure what my exposure is going to be right here. Again, hair off both shoulders, knees more towards that way, and then chest towards me. Not too bad. I might drop the power back a little, and to do that I'm going to move this back so then the light has a slightly longer distance to travel. So it has to travel to here, then bounce back. So by moving it away from the reflector, effectively I reduce the power by increasing the distance that the light has to travel. Sit up nice and straight, good posture. Imagine your granny's watching. Nice. She does watch?
She does.
She subscribes?
She subscribes.
I hope she gets notifications too. Turn them on, guys. Okay, beautiful. So we've gone from a really hard light to a really soft light just by bouncing it. Now I'm going to go even softer. So, pop quiz. Let's see if you've been listening. I know, I didn't prep you for this. We've made one big change there to get the light softer. What can I do now to make it even softer? Come on, you got this. It's not a trick.
You gotta set the light away farther.
So close, but...
You turn it around.
You want one more shot?
Closer.
There you go.
Because, you know, you want it lighter.
I would just stick with that and then I'll explain the why, because otherwise you're going to contradict yourself, I think.
There you go.
Because it's how big the light looks to your subject. So if we have this flash all the way back here, it looks really small to her. If we have it up here, or for you guys up here, it looks big, which means it effectively is bigger, which means it becomes softer. So if I still keep this size object as my light source, but I can get it right here on Joe, rather than back here on Joe, it gets bigger, so it gets softer. So let's do that. And to do that, the center of these 5-in-1 reflectors is invariably a diffuser, which we can shoot the light through to soften it out.
Ooh.
And because my frame is quite tight, I can really get this in really nice and close to her to make it a really big light source. So I'm going to drop the power back a little bit, mainly because I'm going to stop down all the way to f2 on my aperture here. and let's see how this is going. Now actually, I need to drop my diffuser card down here as well to make sure that it is getting good coverage. Otherwise, well, I'll do both. If I don't, and I take a shot of the back of this, you'll see it's not casting a big enough circle of light to really do the job. Oh, that didn't fire. What's going on? There we go.
It's fire.
Thank you. Ah. There we go. Whereas with the diffuser down.
Oh my god, that wind.
Oh, and I'm pulling over. You can see we're giving good coverage there. So drop that down, power up. F2. Beautiful. Going a little closer. I'm actually too high on the power there, so I was at a half. I'm actually going to drop it back 2 stops. Beautiful, so nice and soft. Again, nice and tall, sit up straight. Turn your face right towards here, and then just the eyes to me. There you go. Beautiful. And I really love the way that this lens renders compared to other ones. It's not as pin sharp as a modern 85 lens. That's, you know, it's often the case when you have lenses that were made for film. They weren't looking for ultimate sharpness all the time. So that's actually an extra benefit of getting from someone like KH. If you're buying decade-old equipment off eBay, you just have no idea what life it had, and often it will come with no warranty. So this way, everything gets checked, everything gets a 6-month warranty, and you can buy it with certainty. So, with that out, we're going to have a much harder light. I can hide you there, Johnny, you're good. So that just shows you the difference in these two shots. If we do or don't have the diffuser here, how different the shot looks. Yeah, quite different, no? We are still with the little diffusion card down there. Just come in right nice and tight. Oh yeah, so getting those really hard shadows back in. So, let's go back to cam A, spin. Thank you for coming in, that was quite fun. I don't know how long that went, but do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, give us any feedback, any questions you have. I feel like these live and interactive shoots have the potential to impart more because we don't just show you the final perfect result, we show you the steps to get through to it, and all with really budget bargain basement equipment. So let us know what you'd like to see. Big thanks to KH Camera, do check out their links below.
Thank you.
What's the code for 5% off?
Matt O.
G. Excellent. Matt G. Very good. Well done.
Well done.
Thanks guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.